Welcome to the screencast for adding your first media file to Transana. As you can see, we've already created a library called Learning Transana, which is displayed in the Libraries node of the database tree. We want to import a source media file, so our next step is to create an episode in that library to hold our media file. To create an episode in Transana, right-click the library. If you're on OS X and can't right-click, use Control-click. Now choose Add Episode from the pop-up menu. You can enter an episode ID if you like, but if you select a media file from your hard drive before you enter an episode ID, Transana will automatically name your episode after the first media file you select. Let's go ahead and add a media file by pressing the Add File button. I'm going to navigate to the Demonstration Data subdirectory off my Media Library directory and choose the Transana with Media MPEG-4 video file that is part of the demonstration data set I downloaded from the Transana website. If we wanted to work with an audio file instead of a video file, we could select the audio file here instead of that video file. Now I'll click OK to create the episode. As you can see, the new episode now appears in the database tree under the library I initially selected. Since there's no way in Transana to access an episode without a transcript, Transana is now prompting us to create a transcript for the new episode. I'm planning on creating a verbatim transcript, so I'll enter verbatim transcript. Although it's not required, it's a good practice to enter the name of the person doing the transcription. If we already had a transcript for this media file in rich text format, in Transana's custom XML format, or in plain text format, we could browse to that file down here and import that transcript into Transana. Now I click OK to create our transcript. And you can see Transana has added our transcript to our episode and is ready to open the transcript and media file. The first time you open a media file in Transana, Transana asks if you want to create the WAV file for that media file. Click Yes so that Transana can create the waveform diagram. The video file and the blank transcript are now loaded, ready for transcription. But let's save that for another screencast. Transana works with a wide variety of media formats, but it doesn't work with everything. If your media file doesn't work properly within Transana at this point, one thing to try is running it through Transana's media conversion tool. That often resolves the problem. Please watch the media conversion screencast for more information and see the media conversion page in Transana's manual available in Transana's help menu for helpful media conversion tips. One final note. When you import a media file into Transana, Transana does not import the media file into the database. Media files are too large to do that efficiently. Instead, Transana stores the file name and location in the database. This has some important implications. First, you should not change the media file's contents once you begin analyzing it in Transana. Second, changing a file's name will make it so Transana cannot find the file, which obviously causes problems. And finally, if you move a file to a new location, you'll need to let Transana know where to find the file when it needs to. We recommend using Transana's file management tool to move your media files. You can then easily use the file management tool's update DB function to update the file locations as needed in the Transana database.